Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our lesson today. Remember, we are through with simple interest. Today, we are starting with compound interest. It's a bit different. Compound interest is a bit different from simple interest. In simple interest, the money deposited is withdrawn after the end of the year. That one was called simple interest. But this one, if you deposit the money and then the interest is not withdrawn at the end of the year, then you redeposit another amount, so the total interest that you will earn after that is what is called compound interest now. So in simple interest, it's different from compound interest, but the formula is the same. So the simple interest, we were saying, if you are given the time, for example 2 years, you used to multiply for 2 years. But in compound interest, we don't do that. We do each year separately. So let us see a question. Here you are told, let's say Hassan deposited shillings 9,000 in a bank. Hassan deposited shillings 9,000 in a bank for 2 years. For 2 years, if the bank paid compound interest, if the bank pays compound interest at the rate of 10% per annum, how much interest did he earn? How much interest did he earn? You are given the deposit, we are given the time, and then we are given the rate now. So here the deposit is the principal. We are given the principal. Our principal here is 9,000 shillings. Time, we have 2 years, and we have the rate, we have 10%. So we are lacking the interest now. So what we do, we first get the interest of the first year. It's different from simple interest. Simple interest we used to get once, but we have to get the interest of the first year, then we proceed to the second year. So let us get the interest now. Interest is equal to, you see, interest is equals to principal times rate times time over 100. We learned that. So principal, which is shillings 9,000, time is rate, which is 10, time is time. Time we are given 2 years, but we don't use the 2 years at once. I said you do it the first year. Let us get the interest of the first year. Time is 1 over 100. So the difference between simple interest and compound interest is here. Simple interest we used to say time is 2 once, but now this one, no, we separate the years. Cancel, we cancel there. So 90 times 10 times 1, you will get shillings 900. This is the interest of the first year now. This is the interest of the first year. The person got after deposition is 9,000, he got this interest. But the person never withdrew the money. The money remained in the bank. So what happened now? He starts the other year fresh. So what we do now, we have to proceed to the second year. The second year, we say the principal times rate times time over 100. But to get the principal of the second year, we don't use this principal. What we do, the money that you already deposited that was there in the bank, plus the interest this money has generated, is what you add will be the new deposit now. So what we do now, we say now the new principal. So principal of the second year, we add the initial principal, which is 9,000, plus the interest this money has generated, 900. So here you will get 9,900. So this is now the new principal now of the second year. Let us get now the interest of the second year. We say now 9,900. That's the principal for the second year, multiplied by rate. Rate is the same still. We have 10 times time, the second year, then alpha 100. Cancel, we cancel. Then here you will get 99 times 10, you will get 990 shillings, 990. That is the interest of the second year. That is the interest of the second year. So this is the interest of the second year, and we had the interest of the first year. What do we do now? We add the two now. Let us add. The interest of the first year was 900, so shillings 900, plus the interest of the second year 900 shillings, 990. Then let's add now. So it will be 1890. So it will be shillings 1890. That is now the compound interest. That will be now compound interest. I'm repeating, it's a bit technical. You are told Hassan deposited shillings 9,000 in a bank, 9,000 principal for 2 years, time 2 years, at the rate of 10%, rate 10%. So we are lacking the interest. We must get the interest. To get the interest, we say is principal times rate times time all for 100. So what you do, you first get the interest of the first year. To get the interest of the first year, you say the principal you are given times the rate, which is 10, times 1 all for 100. Then after simplifying, you will get 900. This one you put it somewhere. So this is the interest of the first year. Now what is remaining? We have to get the interest of the second year. To get the interest of the second year, you must find the principal. You must find the principal of the second year. To find the principal of the second year, you will not use the initial principal. What you do, you use the initial principal, then you add the interest of the first year. So the interest of the first year plus the interest of the first year plus the principal that you are given initially is what you add. After adding, now we say the 9,000 is the former principal plus 900 is the interest of the first year. You will get 9,900. This will be now the principal of the second year. Then we proceeded here. We came here. We said now 9,900 is the principal of the second year. Time is rate. The rate is the same. So time is 1. All for 100, cancel, 99 times 10, you will get 990. This is now the interest of the second year. So what do you do now to get the compound interest? You add the first interest, the first year interest and the second year interest. The first year interest was 900, whereas the second year interest 990. Then you will get 1890. That is how we find. Let us see now another question here. A carpenter took a loan. Question 2. A carpenter took a loan of shillings 12,000 and repaid it after 2 years. After 2 years, and repaid it after 2 years. Then they said if he was charged the compound interest at the rate of 15%, if he was charged compound interest at the rate of 15%. Then they said how per annum, how much did he pay? 15% per annum. Per annum means per year. 15% per annum. Then they said how much did he pay? How much did he pay? Yes, you are told a carpenter took a loan of shillings 12,000. When I was introducing the symbol interest, I said principal, deposit, money borrowed, loan invested, all are same. I said that. So they say the carpenter took a loan. Someone can say there's no deposit here, but they say I say the loan invested, principal, all are same. So a carpenter took a loan of shillings 12,000. That is now the principal. So we say principal, which is equals to shillings 12,000. Paid it after 2 years. Time, we list what we have. Time 2 years. Interest, compound interest at the rate, we have the rate is 15% per annum. Per annum means per year. How much did he pay? So what we are lacking, we have principal, we have time, we have rate, we are lacking interest now. We don't have interest. We must get the interest now. Interest, so we say is the principal times rate times time. So principal, which is 12,000, principal, interest equals to principal times rate times time all for 100. Principal, which is 12,000 times rate, which is 15. Interest equals to principal times rate times time all for 100. Principal, which is 12,000, that's the loan invested, multiplied by 15, that is the rate, times time. We are given 2 years now. What do? We use the first year, times 1 all for 100. Cancel, they go together. So when 20 times 15 times 1, you will get shillings 1800. You will get shillings 1800. So now we proceed now to the second year. How do I proceed to the second year? What do? I have to get the principal of the second year. Principal of the second year, I said, what you do, you add the interest of the first year. This is the interest of the first year plus the principal that you have used for the first year. So let us add now 12,000 plus 1800. Shillings 12,000 plus shillings 1800. What you do, after adding now, you will get 13,800. So you will get 13,800. Now, this is now the principal of the second year. So let us go to now the second year. Second year now, interest equals to principal. To get the second year interest, principal, which is 13,800, shillings 13,800, time is the rate 15, time is time 1, the second year, all for 100. We cancel, they go together. So let's multiply now. 138 times 15 times 1, you will get 2070. So now this is the second year interest now. So what do we do now? First year interest, second year interest. To get the compound interest, you add the two interests now. The first year interest was shillings 1800 plus 2070. Second year interest. Let us add now. Shillings 1800 plus 2070. 0783. So you will get here 3870. Shillings 3870. You will get shillings 3870. This is the compound interest, but the question is not asking compound interest. Let us go back to the question. They said, how much did he pay? And this one I've said when I was introducing symbol interest. They said, how much did he pay? That is now what they're asking is the amount now. How much did he pay? I emphasize this word. So if you hear how much did he pay, how much did he pay back, how much did he withdraw, that is the amount. So what do you do amount to get amount? You add the principal and the interest now. So the question is asking now how much did he pay? To get the amount now, they're asking the amount now. To get the amount, what do? You say the principal, which was shillings 12,000, the initial principal, plus the compound interest, which is 3870, shillings 3870. After adding, you will get now 15,870. You will get 15,870. This is now the amount. This is now the amount. That's how you get. In an exam, you might find this answer in multiple choices, but it is very wrong because the question is asking amount. So you are told a carpenter deposited shillings 12,000, took a loan, shillings 12,000, at the rate of 15% times 15. So for 2 years now, times 1 the first year, all for 100. Cancel, cancel. When you multiply, you will get shillings 1800. That is the interest of the first year. To get the principal of the second year, what do? You add the loan you are having, that is the principal, plus the interest of the second year, that is 1800, 13,800. So now principal 13,800 times 15 times 1 all for 100, you will get 2,070. What do you do now to get the compound interest? You add the first year interest 1800 plus 2070, 2070, you will get 3,870. That is the compound interest. But the question is asking compound interest. What they're asking is the amount, because they are told how much did he pay? How much did he pay? Did he pay back? So what do you do? That's the amount. So you add the compound interest, which is 3,870 plus the former principal 12,000. What you get is 15,870. That is how we get. Let's do another question. You are told, let's say Abdi got a loan of 65,000. Abdi got a loan of 65,000 from business, from a business. From a business. He paid back the loan plus the compound interest. He paid the loan plus compound interest. He paid back plus the compound interest. He paid back the loan plus the compound interest. He paid back the loan plus the compound interest at the rate of 14% per annum per year. In 18 months. In 18 months. In 18 months. Then you are told how much money did he pay back? How much money did he pay back? How much money did he pay back to the business? Yes. Abdi got a loan invested, that is the principal. So our principal here is 65,000, 65,000. Paid loan at the interest at the rate of 14%. So the rate is 14% per annum. Then you are told now in 18 months now, time. 18 months. So this is where the problem is. 18 months. How many years are here? 18 months is 1 year and a half. That is 12. 1 year has got 12 months. 12 plus 6 is 18. 6 months. That's a half a year. So now 18 months will be now. You change it into year for easy way. So that is 1.5 year. 1.5 year. 12 months, 1 year. 6 months, half. So that's how we do. It's very tricky. Take care. So now let us get now the interest of the first year. Principal, which is 65,000 times rate 14 times time the first year. That's 12 months first year. Alpha 100. You cancel these two. They go together. There and then you say 650 times 14. Here you will get 9,100 shillings, 9,100. That is now the interest of the first year. Now, what do? We proceed to the second year. How do we get the principal? This is the first year interest. How do we get the principal of the second year? To get the principal of the second year, I said you add the principal that you have used for the first year plus the first year interest. So we say now 65,000 plus 9,000 shillings, 9,100. Let us add now. 65,000 plus 9,100. Let us add 65,000 plus 9,100. 00147. You will get now 74,100. Now 74,100 is the principal of the second year. So you will get 74,000, 74,100. That is the principal of the second year. Time is rate ni time is rate. Time is now the second year times 1 over 100. Cancel. So 741 times 14. When you multiply 741 times 14, so sorry, it's not the second. We are not given 2 years. We are given 1.5 years. The first year we have used. What is remaining is the half. So what do we do with the half? I said in simple way, half is 0.5 times 0.5, or you can say times half, but I prefer this one always. So 1.5 years, the first year we have used times 0.5. 0.5 is half. So when you multiply, you will get 5,187. 5,187. This is now the second year interest. Now what do we do now? The second year interest plus this one. What do? We add now. Let us add now to get the compound interest. Compound interest, you combine the two interests. So we say 9,100 plus now 5,187. 187. That is 7. That is 8. That is 2. That is 14. So this is now the compound. This is now the compound interest for the first year and the second year. But let us go back to the question. I said always go back to the question. They said, how much did he pay back? How much did he pay back? This is what they are testing. In an exam, you might find this answer in multiple choices, especially in choice A, so that you scramble to the answer. It's very wrong. So how much did he pay back? What they're asking is the amount now. What do we do now? We say now 14,287 plus 65,000. Now you add the principal. The initial principal is what you add. So 7, 8, 2, 9, 7. So you would get shillings 9,000, 7, 8, 2, 9, 7. So you will get that. Here you are told now. This is very common in examination, and it carries marks. Compound interest. It's common in exam, and they carry marks. So you should be serious on it. Abdi got a loan shilling 65,000. That's the principal. 65,000. Paid a loan interest at the rate of 14. Rate 14% per annum per year. Time 18 months. 18 months. That is 1.5 year. 1 year has got 12 months. The remaining 6 half a year. So now principal. Let's get the interest of the first year. Interest of the first year. Principal times rate 14, which is 65,000 times 14 times 1 over 100. The first year is 9,100. That is the interest of the first year. You put it somewhere. You proceed to the second year. To proceed to the second year now, first thing you do, you must get the principal of the second year. To get the principal of the second year, what you do, you add the interest of the first year plus the money you have deposited. That is the principal. So 65,000 plus 9,100, you get 74,100. That is now the principal of the second year. So second year now, principal 74,100 times rate 14 times half a year. Easy way, you say times 0.5. I prefer, or you can say times half, but I prefer 0.5 for easy way. So cancel. 741 times 14 times 0.5, you will get shillings. You will get shillings 5,187. This is now the interest of the second year. Let us get the compound interest. What do? You add the two interests now. Then I came here, I said the interest of the first year is 9,100 plus second year interest 5,187. You will get 14,287. This will have been the answer if the question will have said what was the compound interest. This is the answer. But the question is asking how much did he pay back? How much did he withdraw? How much did he pay? What was the amount? What you do now? You say the total compound interest, which is 14,287, plus now the money you have deposited, initial deposit 65,000, you will get 79,287. So that's how we do the compound interest, and I think we are finished, and this was the most challenging question. So with those few remarks, I wish you all the best. Thank you.